Performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverage is easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air, it's Fafita. Flips it out in the flat. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs.
There he goes! And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches a football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too, but those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
Arizona has it in the red zone. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to throw again. Swings it out to his running back. Turning it on. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Touchdown, Arizona. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not great. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time that happened.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Fitzpatrick. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Starts to scramble to the left. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off play action. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. It's complete. At the 20, he's got space. Sprinting all the way, he'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Snap in the shotgun. Bringing the heat. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab over the middle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Going up top again. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Fitzpatrick. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Wide open spaces. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught behind the line. It's Brock. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Freeman. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Unloads to the right. It's complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They'll go to the ground. And they'll just play it safe with the run. Right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Quarterback on the keeper. Quick spin on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Brock. Picks up the first down, still moving. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. Over at the 43. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll try the run. Spins away from the defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue...
There he goes. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just keeps moving. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's dropped. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing to.
It's a running room. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty.
Turning on the Jets. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Trying to power it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got to...
Sneak gets it done. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. He's looking to pass. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Arizona! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The offense changing the play. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got him this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Freeman.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his back in the middle. The Cowboys will move the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Fitzpatrick. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Quarterback making checks. They'll run play action. Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Running to Green. Spin, still running. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock.